Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm greatly disappointed, as I'm sure many are, that the weather gods are not being kind to us for Labor Day. I was invited to go out with my buddy that I fished with in Panama most recently. He's got a boat in the Atlantic Highlands area and invited me to go out popping and jigging. So, of course, been looking forward to get out with Greg for a while and graciously accepted his offer. However, at the moment, it looks like tonight it's going to kick up, and then again in the afternoon it looks like it's going to kick up. So, no bitchin', that's fishing, but it doesn't look like we're going to get out tomorrow, at least not for tuna. So sorry for the dramatic pause here. I usually take a couple minutes and share the posts to a few different groups, and that way a bunch of different people can tune in. If you guys feel like it and you want to put in the comments where you're tuning in from, that would be awesome. It's always cool to see where guys are hailing from. So happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. And I hope everybody is enjoying themselves and staying safe, no drinking and driving, and all that good stuff. All right, just about done here. Sorry for the dramatic pause. I do like to hit a bunch of different groups with the videos. All right, we're probably good there. So I was talking to my buddy Greg, and he's saying that the bite has been on white. So I thought I would rig up some different lures that I have in white. And hey, Dwayne, what's happening, buddy? How are things on the other side of the world? I know you've been getting a lot of bonefish lately. I've been following your posts. Hope you guys are having a good summer out there in Hawaii. Definitely jealous. So usually when you're trying to pick out hooks, you're trying to have a happy medium between not only the hook but also the split ring. Sometimes the split ring will bind a little bit, and I have some different kinds of split rings here. These are the Owner Ultra split rings. And they're really, I don't know if you guys can see that, they're actually like super heavy wire. This is a size 8 in my left hand, and in my right hand that's a size 7. So what I'm going to try to do is, hey John, what's happening, man? What I'm going to try to do is see how the hooks swing with the different split rings, and see if I can find kind of a happy medium where my hooks don't bind on the split ring. Of course, the belly one is always the most annoying. So that looks pretty good. That's the 8. The Owner Ultra Split Ring 8. That is rated to 240. That's probably way more than I need, but it happens to be what I have sitting around. And in terms of hooks, I wanted to continue to try to use more and more single hooks. I think for this one, a 7 is really just too much. I think that's too much for the lure. Maybe we'll see what a 5 looks like. 7 might be okay on the tail. I don't know. We can check it out. We can also put a treble on the belly and a single hook on the tail. A lot of times the belly hook will help the lure stay in the water, and with any luck at all, we would get them on the tail hook, and it would be cleaner on the fish and easier release and all that good stuff. So that's the Owner 7.0. Maybe it's not too big. It's fine. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Let's give that a try. You can hear that kind of positive snap when the pliers engage the wire of the split ring properly. And even so, it's a pain in the butt. The pliers will help you a bit, but these heavy split rings, I don't know, they're just difficult. But having a good pair of pliers is definitely super important, as is grabbing the split ring in exactly the right spot. That would help. These Owner split rings are definitely very hardy. Yeah, I think that looks good. I'll definitely fish that. So the idea with the single hook, of course, is that you get a cleaner hook set and just, less wear and tear on the fish. Hey, Dad. Actually, I'm getting ready to go tuna fishing, but the wind is kicking up, so I don't know whether we're going to go or not. Probably at this very moment, we're not going, but we'll try to get out in the next couple of days. The fish are definitely there, so we want to take advantage of it while the fish are around. Hopefully they'll stick around for a while too. Got a bunch of them. I can chase that later. Hey Dan, how are you? Happy Labor Day. The tail hook's a lot easier to do than the belly. This is supposed to pop out. No, this is to pop out. Of course, you use 2 hooks. They give you 3 per package. But it is what it is. Yeah, they should really give you 4 or 2. They give you 3. I don't know if I like that. Yeah. I guess it's better than the treble. And really, it doesn't matter which way you're going to flip it. You could flip it the other way. So really, the way he's got his wire set, you could use a standard hook on the tail. I don't know that it's really going to make a huge difference whether you put it one way or the other. And in terms of the nose, I might actually go a little bit smaller and use a size 7 there. When you get down to the 7, it's a little tougher to do with the big split ring plier. I usually tell people the pliers are good for 7 to 12, and if you're going to go below a 7, you really need a second set of smaller pliers. And then in terms of my swivel, I'll be honest with you, I have not bought an over-the-counter, quote-unquote, big-name brand swivel in, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 years. And I seem to catch a few fish. There's really only a couple of big swivel manufacturers out there trying to decide between the 5 and the 6. I think I'll go with the 6. So we've been buying these swivels in bulk, size 1 to size 8, for a number of years. You know, I've supplied them to lodges in Panama. I've supplied them to tackle stores, guys fishing all over the place. And I've never ever had a reported failure. In fact, on the website, I braggingly call them zero failure swivels. But they are really good quality swivels. And I pack them 10 to a package, and they're very reasonably priced. So if you're looking for swivels, just something you might want to think about. And there she be. One rigged Peru Cabera popper. This is a pretty popper. They're really not very expensive. They cast well, and they're pretty easy to work. I was told white's the color. So there you go, that's 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. Probably a little extra with the hardware. Going with the white theme, I was also going to try this Yozuri popper. This is, I don't think they make this color anymore. It's a red head with a silver body. It's a pretty classic color. This is, red white is, you know, been around forever. Going with that red-white theme, in case you guys get bored of me and tune away. I also am going to bring one of my favorite topwater lures, a Salis that I happen to have in white with a red nose. Matt actually painted these up for us for Panama, and I have a couple left over. So these actually ship with really good quality hooks. So I think I'm going to leave the hooks and hardware. Way back when the hooks were really not that good that these shipped with, and we did recommend everybody to upgrade. But they have come a long way. So probably all I would really do for this guy is add a split ring and a swivel, and be ready to go with that one. Save a little bit of time. know if there's a right or wrong way to point the barrel swivel, but I guess just in the theme of being aerodynamic on the cast and all that, I tend to try to point the smaller end towards the reel, towards my leader. These are also nicely made poppers. This is a 2.5 ounce, 70 gram floating. Got to remember, of course, to take the hook protectors off, but so it doesn't screw up my bag. I'll leave them on for right now. So that's 2 lures rigged. The Salis has come. Hey Barry. The Salis has come rigged with a 8.0 4X VMC hook. It's a good hook. We don't plan to encounter fish bigger than 100 pounds, so that hook's fine. I also have a couple of these Salis. I think they're called like a Slim Darter or something like that. They have a little bit of a different shape than the regular Salises. They're still made out of aluminum. It's still considered a surface lure. It's funny, guys on the West Coast will look at the racks for like hours and hours and try to pick ones out that might have like a little kick in it, you know, or a little deviation, which might give it a little extra kick. This particular one, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, it actually has a deviation in it, so maybe that'll make it a lucky one, I don't know. But for $12, I'm not complaining. These things catch a lot of fish. So that's my 4 top water lures. I also have this Yozuri diving slider. It's a sinking lure. This particular one does have little hooks on it, so this is like the older generation of slider, so I definitely would, on this particular one, go ahead and remove the hooks and upgrade to the owner. I'll show you. So that's the stock hook. I would go ahead and upgrade to the owner 2.0 hook. It's just good insurance. You're going all the way out there, you don't want to straighten a hook. So I'll go ahead and remove these. The split rings I think are okay. So I'll probably leave the split rings intact, but yeah, the hooks are definitely light. I will save those and recycle those for lighter species, smaller quarry. Set that aside. Oh, you know what? We could put on those 5.0 hooks that we decided were a little too small for the Haru. You guys are wondering about this little tackle box that's underneath all of my junk here. These are something I bring in from Japan. It's got a gasket. They're spring-loaded boxes, and you use this for your split rings and hooks and stuff like that. It's called a Tank XL. This particular one's called the Tank XL. They also make one called the Tank. This is the XL. It's a nice box. It's well made. At China Fish, I must have seen 20 copies of this box. But this, hey Michael, this is the real deal from Japan. What is happening? How are you? So yeah, we had these hooks already pulled, so I think that is a nice size. This is the owner 5.0. These are made out of a wire called Wire. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's supposed to be, you know, the best, the newest. I don't know. It comes from Japan, and generally the hooks from Japan are very good quality, and more importantly, or equally importantly, they're very, very consistent. Consistently good. Yeah, that's got a lot of white. That's the side that the tuna's going to see most of. Okay, so there is my belly hook. Now I'll go ahead and pop on tail hook. Having a decent set of pliers is really going to make this a lot easier, quicker, safer. You try to do it with a lesser pliers, it can be difficult. So there, that one's all hooked up. We got the tail, we got the belly. I think that looks good. I'll go ahead and pop on a swivel real quick. The 6.0 swivel that we used before is a little small, so I'm going to go ahead and on this particular one put on a number 5. And again, for you guys just tuning in, I've been importing these swivels in bulk for just about 10 years. I've gone through hundreds of thousands, probably 250, 300,000 of these swivels. And I have never had a complaint. I've never heard of a lost fish. I don't want to jinx myself. But they have been consistently good. There's really only a few factories that make swivels that you want to consider. And I have not bought an over-the-counter, you know, quote-unquote name brand swivel in a long, long time. I've caught a ton of fish on these swivels, as have my customers. So you'll find them on my website, and they come 10 in a package always. All sizes from 1.0 to 8.0 always come 10 in a package with us. So that's kind of nice too. And they're very reasonably priced. Hey Ray, what's going on, buddy? Happy Labor Day. So I think now we're up to, I think I now have five lures, which should be more than enough. I'll show them collectively to you guys. So there's the diving slider. That's 140 gram. I kind of have its cousin here. This is a Yozuri floating bull pop, about the same weight. Then I also have a little bit heavier. This is a wood lure. This is a Haru. I'm sure you guys know what this is. This is a Haru Kubera popper. It's got a nice big cup. Catches the water. You know, it's good in rough water too. It's very easy to work, easy to cast. Get good distance with this popper. And of course, we got the trusty. This is made by Salas, but this particular one is like a slim darter or something like that. It weighs 2.7 ounces. The regular Salas, actually I take that, yeah, 2.7. The regular Salas is 100 grams. 100 grams is 3.5 ounces. So this is lighter. You can see the aerodynamics of it are slightly different. Same idea. Alright, so that gives me 5. That should definitely be good for my top water session. I'm really hoping we get out. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. I looked at the weather a little bit ago, and it didn't look great. We could probably get out if we were willing to take a little bit of a beating, but I think that we may just wait for a more pleasant day. All right, well, I hope everybody has a great Labor Day weekend, and hopefully we can get out and maybe do a little bit of inshore fishing tomorrow. Everybody be safe, don't drink and drive, take a cab, all that good stuff. I want to see everybody around. Okay, enjoy yourselves, and again, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Good luck if you guys are going fishing. Be safe out there.